Good morning to the class of 2020, our faculty, deans, family, and friends, and welcome to our virtual match day ceremony. I had prepared some remarks before our traditional ceremony was canceled, and I'll be using those today, so please pardon anything that doesn't apply to this format. For 3 years, we've all gathered here in the atrium to watch our classmates before us embark on the next chapter of their journeys, and now it's our turn. Our class is a special one. That's no secret. We are the most diverse in Stritch history, drawing from all corners of American life. We've been through a great deal in our 4 years here. I don't think I'm alone in saying, of course we weren't going to just waltz out of here, business as usual. We find ourselves, hopefully at the end of one of the most divisive periods in modern American history, at a time now when we as a country absolutely must cooperate and act selflessly in order to minimize the damage of this virus. So who better to emerge as leaders in society, as brand new physicians at this time, than my classmates, the Stritch class of 2020. So congratulations to everyone matching today. The list of people that I have to thank is far too long for this moment, but it includes our class board, our phenomenal faculty and staff, our dedicated deans, our family, our friends, and everyone who has supported us in this journey. Thank you. To my classmates, it's been an honor learning alongside you, and I look forward to calling you my colleagues for the rest of my life. As a final note, today is the first full day of spring. In my culture, that represents renewal, rebirth, and good health. Wishing you all the best, and I hope you enjoy the rest of our virtual ceremony.
Dearest class of 2020, first, it's an honor to be here with you today on Match Day and to be able to share a few words. As I anticipated over the course of the last few weeks what it would be like to celebrate Match Day with you, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine we would be gathering virtually, that I wouldn't be able to see you, your families, and your loved ones, that I wouldn't be able to give you a big hug. Know that I'm celebrating with you now, today, and in the coming weeks, as the remainder of your medical training unfolds as it will, a bit unpredictable in its nature. During these last weeks, as life around the world began to change dramatically, I was in El Salvador with an ISI group. During our time there, we met a religious sister, Sister Peggy, who moved to El Salvador 34 years ago in the midst of the country's civil war. She shared many wonderful and also some quite troubling stories with us during our time together, as you might imagine. But her inspirational wisdom was second to none. One quote in particular made me think of you. She asked an important question of us. Are you dealing creatively with the gift of being human? And this is precisely how I've witnessed you moving through the world over the past 4 years, from the highest joys of training to heartbreak at depths unimaginable. You've grown quite tremendously in wisdom, both desired wisdom and unwanted wisdom, as Father DeMarco might call it. I'm eager to see all that you learn and do from and through this wisdom you've acquired. If these 4 years at Stritch are any indication, which I'm quite sure that they are, your future patients and colleagues will benefit from your courage and leadership, your thoughtfulness and kindness, your capacity to speak up and speak out. You've mastered this art as a class and as individuals. Now we'll send you forth into the world. As a matter of fact, even in these days preceding match, amidst the global pandemic, I know you're mobilizing and responding to assist in the call center to triage patient calls and address patient concern. You're delivering meals in the community. You're being present to one another. Amidst uncertainty and fear, you're offering your skills, your expertise, and your time at the service of the community. And I'd expect nothing less, for this is truly who you are, how you have dealt and continue to deal creatively with the gift of being human. For these acts of kindness and generosity, I thank you. As I'm keenly aware now that in these moments I stand between you and the news of your match, I'd like to conclude my remarks and share a moment of prayer together. Good, gracious, and loving God, whom we call by many names, we come to you today to thank you for this extraordinary class of physicians. We thank you for their dedication, their vision, for the beautiful ways in which they've grown into the physicians you've called them to become. We thank each of them for saying yes to this calling, this vocation of medicine. Fortify them for all they anticipate the journey to hold, and provide them with strength and courage abundant for the moments of uncertainty and fear as they enter into this noble and needed profession. Grant them the freedom and the peace to allow the many emotions of these days and weeks to be all that they are, and to trust that this journey will form them further still into the physicians the world wants and so desperately needs them to become. As we have moved through these years together and are together now, we remember those who are not with us today. In a special way, we remember Mandy and Victor, friends, colleagues, future physicians, whom you've already received back to you, God. We offer now a moment of silence as we remember Mandy and Victor. We give you thanks, God, for the gift that Victor and Mandy were and continue to be for us and for all who love them. Grant continued healing as we carry their loss in our hearts, and multiply the solace received through the moments we shared. Finally, Lord, we ask that you open our hearts to hear your call in ways unexpected and expected, desired and perhaps even unwanted, as these fine physicians continue to say yes to this call to medicine and to truly live into the mission of being women and men for and with others. We send these our prayers to you, Lord. Amen. Class of 2020, we love you. You are brave, you are bold, you are leaders, you are kind and compassionate. We will miss you greatly. Perhaps we'll have the privilege of keeping you or of your returning here in the future. Please continue to bring the fullness of yourselves to your practice of medicine. We hope the best for you, and we hope that you will stay in touch as your journey carries on and as you continue to deal creatively with the gift of being human, both within yourselves while also encouraging your patients, colleagues, and loved ones to do the same. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Monica.
And I'm Kate.
And we're your class gift chairs.
Over the years, Stritch has nurtured us to be the strong and competent physicians that we'll be becoming in less than 2 months.
And today we find out where we will continue our training.
This is the perfect opportunity to plant seeds for the trees we will not see by donating to the class gift.
After reflection, we decided to contribute to establishing a food pantry on campus or in the community for students in need.
The food pantry provides a vital resource for students both during routine and critical times.
We ask that you respond to the call to improve the lives of future generations of Stritch students.
We'd love to see 100% participation and hope you'd consider donating $20.20.
Like our class year, but any amount would be appreciated and would go towards our class gift.
We hope you celebrate today by donating, but fundraising will continue until commencement.
Thank you so much for everything.
And congratulations, class of 2020.
Our last 4 years have been incredibly busy, as you'll no doubt hear from any one of us or our speakers this morning. Those years have been filled with many triumphs and challenges along the way, many of which can be seen in the slideshow that's been prepared. And it's all led to this tremendous milestone in all of our careers. We wouldn't be here without each and every one of our friends and family who have given us so much support. Wherever you are watching from this morning, on behalf of all of us, thank you. There are others we would like to give recognition to as a part of our journey, and the class of 2020 would now like to acknowledge our outstanding classroom educator. Our first 2 years of medical school are filled with over 1,000 hours of lectures, and for those wondering, yes, I tried counting and I probably underestimated. A significant number of those lectures are taught by one Dr. Teresa Christopatis. She is director of the pathophysiology course that runs throughout our second year. This is when we learn all kinds of possible diagnoses for what our patients might be experiencing. Our class had several comments about Dr. Christopatis that I would love to read verbatim, but given our timetable this morning, we'll have to settle for a summary of the recurring themes from them. Dr. Christopatis teaches with the perfect balance to transition us from classroom students to working in clinical rotations. She blends the necessary knowledge for boards and exams with the humanity of discussing these challenging illnesses with the patients we would soon be meeting. Her ability to reconcile critical thinking skills and clinical knowledge with the human being sitting in front of us prepares us for boards, our clinical training, and ultimately the rest of our careers. From the entire class of 2020, thank you, Dr. Christopatis.
Dear class of 2020, my sincerest thanks for this wonderful honor. It has been my true privilege and the privilege of many faculty, staff, and administrators to partner with you on your journeys at Stritch. And now, some final reminders from your MHD course. You know, stuff I lectured on. Be like cardiac myocytes. Yes, these are heart muscle cells. Each and every one of you myocytes is integral to the function of the heart. Remember, however, the power of teamwork. Multiple myocytes have more pumping power than just one. You myocytes have the innate ability to adapt. When the going gets tough, you can hypertrophy and gain more strength to get your jobs done. Do, however, take time, even during your busy residencies, to de-stress and to go back to your normal selves. For as you learned, the hypertrophied myocyte cannot keep it in high gear indefinitely. And no matter how much you have to learn, accomplish, achieve, or give, there is only one awesome you. You are not capable of dividing into two. Finally, when there are days when you may not get enough nutrients and some protein breakdown develops, you may atrophy. But the good news is atrophy is reversible. So myocytes of 2020, pump it up, and keep making your Stritch heart proud. Have a great socially isolated match day, and once again, thank you for this wonderful honor.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanisha Beebe and I'll be presenting the award for Outstanding Clinical Educator. For many of us, our first encounter with Dr. Greenhall was our M2 GI Bleed lecture. It was one of the most well-presented lectures and I feel like I can never forget 2 large bore IVs. I was lucky enough to work with Dr. Greenhall on my sub-I wards. He allowed me to take ownership of my patients and serve as their doctor, of course as much as I legally could. I never felt like an important member of the care team until I worked with him. He was also very open to my questions and taught me with every patient case we had. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better attending. Thank you, Dr. Greenhall. And happy Match Day!
Hi everybody, I hope everyone's keeping well. I wanted to say thank you so much for this award. It is truly honoring and humbling to me. I greatly appreciate it. I know Dr. Reed usually wins this award, but I think I was really helped out this year because I've kept him locked in my trunk for the last 6 months. I will let him out for graduation probably. I hope everyone has a memorable match day. I know this is going to be memorable for all of us in the faculty. This is a match day that no one will forget. I wanted to say specifically to everybody out there, when you get your letter or your email, if you get your first choice, I'm proud of you. Congratulations, I know you're going to be thrilled. If you get your second or third choice or below, there's going to be a sense of disappointment maybe. And I wanted to tell you that everything happens for a reason. I have been at Loyola for 14 years. My wife has been here for 11 years. I have won teaching awards and residency awards, and I have become, I think, a Loyola lifer. I could not imagine my career any other place but Loyola. But I will tell you that 14 years ago on this day, when I opened up my envelope, this was my number 2. I didn't plan on being here. I was disappointed. My wife was crying. Now fast forward 14 years, again, I can't imagine my life anyplace else. So, if you open your letter or your email and you're not immediately overjoyed, that's fine. You will be eventually, though. These things happen for a reason. I am very proud of all of you. I hope to see you all on graduation, even if it's virtually. You guys take care, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Good morning. I could not be more honored to offer a few words of congratulations as each of you find out your residency match. I know you join me in saying I wish we were all together in the Stritch atrium to celebrate in person. This year we gather, if you will, in a virtual space to offer our good wishes, congratulations, but especially our heartfelt thank you. Know that my heart and spirit are just as close to you and your families on this special day. Indeed, in many ways, this year's match day is even more poignant and meaningful, taking place as it does during a pandemic of historic magnitude, one that has led us to take extraordinary public health measures just to try to keep it in check. As we navigate during these very uncertain times, we are so grateful for the knowledge and expertise of the scientists, researchers, and the healthcare professionals who have given us the insight and the foresight to begin to take the kinds of measures that we need to do at this time. And appropriate to today, we are so immensely grateful to the physicians and healthcare workers who address the suffering and help heal those who are most vulnerable, not just today and not just in this crisis, but every single day. It really is your calling. This year is expected to be one of the largest national main residency matches in history. I do not need to tell you that this is an extremely competitive process, and matching is such an accomplishment and one that needs to be celebrated. You have spent many long, hard hours to make this journey. You have dedicated many hours to volunteer time to our local community. You have even traveled abroad to serve those in need through our global health initiatives. No matter where you are matched, you make us so proud. You exemplify what is best about Loyola Chicago's work and mission and its Jesuit commission to relieving human suffering and bettering the lives of others. Wherever you go, I know that you will continue to make this tradition of serving patients and communities and addressing health disparities through clinical work, research, education, outreach, and your dedication to service. I've gotten to know so many of you in this group and really do look forward to the time that we can be together to celebrate. But knowing so many of you and knowing this group, I can say that your expertise and passion for serving others in the most basic of ways, that you make a difference no matter where you are and what you are doing. Years from now, you will look back and see the role your match played in your development as a professional, as a physician, and see what you learned and the good brought to others by serving where you are called. So yes, today is a day to celebrate and to look forward. I know that you are anxious and excited to open your match letters and celebrate. Please let me know. Send me a note. Where are you matching? But most of all, congratulations as you embark on this next step of your education. And thank you so much for all you do and will continue to do. Congratulations.
Hello, class of 2020. This is Sam Marzo. I'm the interim dean. I want to wish you a happy and safe match day. I'm very sorry that we're not able to celebrate in the traditional way, but on the other hand, I'm sure none of you will ever forget where you were at this time of year. So, for those of you who matched, congratulations. You're starting on your career path, and we're very happy for you. For those of you who didn't match, take solace in the fact that I didn't match a long time ago, and I stuck it out, and I'm doing what I love to do. So today I'm in the operating room. It's Wednesday, the 2 days before match day. This is my favorite place in the hospital. I get to help people doing surgery, ear surgery that is. And so I want to remind everybody to find your happy place in the next couple of days, and however long this crisis persists. Make sure you stay in touch with each other, stay in touch with family and loved ones, and stay safe. God bless you.
Hello, class of 2020. This was not our original plan on how we were going to do match day ceremony, and me give my speech to you about the class and how you've done in the match. But we've got to make do with what we have and the time we have and the space that we have. I hope you're all doing well, you, yourselves, and your families. You have done very well in the match this year. You, your families, your friends should be especially proud of your accomplishments today, starting today and leading up to graduation in a couple months. Is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, discipline, and determination. And we're very proud of you. I want to give you some highlights of the match. There's 146 of you in the match, 53% women, 47% men. 4% of the class successfully matched earlier in the year through the early match specialties. That's urology, so it was 4 students. And then in the military, 2 students who successfully matched. So we congratulate them today as well. The remaining students in the class received match results this week. It was 29 specialties represented. 43% are in primary care. That's the same as last year. It was 43%, 39% in 2018. Family medicine is 11%. That's 16 students. It was 19 students in 2019. Medicine is 25%. That's 35 students, which is the most since I've been blessed to be at Loyola. And 26 students, it was 26 students in 2019. Med Peds is 2% of the class, has 3 students. It was 4 students in 2019. Peds is 4% of the class, that's 6 students. It was 14 students in 2019. So again, for a total of 43%, even though we understand that some of these residents, future attendings will eventually subspecialize. Other fields pursued: anesthesiology, 4%, that's 6 students this year. It was 3% in 2019. Surgery, 5%, that's 7 students. It was 9% and 12 students in 2019. OBGYN, 5% of the class, that's 7 students. ENT, 4% of the class, that's 6 students. It was 4 students in 2019. Ortho is 2 students this year, down from 6 students last year. Emergency medicine is 8% of the class, 11 students. It was 9 students last year. Urology, again, 4 students, that's 3% of the class. Psych, 5%, 7 students. So they keep trending up as they have been the last 3-4 years. Dermatology, 4% of the class, that's 6 students, up from 3 students in 2019. The locations that you're going to, 63% will be staying in the Midwest. First of all, you're going to 24 states compared to 29 states in 2020. 63% staying in the Midwest. That's up from 59% last year. 43% will stay in Illinois. That's up from 35% last year. 15% will stay at Loyola. That's the same as last year, 15%. Those will be the Loyola lifers, okay? I'll retire, come back for a visit, and they'll be the ones running the school, which is a good thing. 14% will be going to the East Coast. That's up from 11% in 2019. 6% going south. That's down from 10% in 2019. And 17% going west. That's down from 20% in 2020. So many more of you will be staying in wonderful Illinois, the state I love. So individually and collectively as a class, you should be very proud. You have obtained excellent residencies at excellent institutions around the country. I do have some business to go through real quickly, so I'm going to read to you real quick. Code of conduct for the match. By registering for the match and submitting a rank order list, you have established a commitment to accept an appointment at the program to which you match. The match, therefore, is binding. Attempts to decline an appointment are a breach of ethics and of the match policies and are subject to serious sanctions. So that means you must go. Okay? Too late. Once again, we're extremely proud of all of you. You've accomplished and the postgraduate training positions to which you have earned admissions. Class of 2020, you're a special class. You've gone through a lot, overcome a number of obstacles, things that have happened in your 4 years here, which I know have made you closer, made you stronger. We graduate wonderful physicians out of Stritch. But I think with all that you have seen and the resilience that you've had as a class, I'm expecting wonderful special things from you as wonderful physicians representing our institution. So once again, from deep from my heart, my staff, all of Loyola, the administration, the faculty who care for you, once again, congratulations. Thank you.